from a coach's point of view, maybe even parents put them in this as well, the people that are supporting someone who has been identified as talented, what are some of the mistakes that they make, and how can they correct those mistakes to not make them moving forward?
I think the biggest mistake, if we stick with the talent issue, is to assume that because you've been identified as having talent once, that you're always going to have it, that it's a stable thing that continues to affect your performance in the same way, in the same shape across developmental time. And I think if we know anything about talent, it doesn't manifest in that way. And so somebody who has, identified as talent early on, what we know from the relative age effect and maturation effects is that that's probably related to the speed of their maturation and growth. It could be physical dominance that'll be there later on, but eventually they're going to have to move away from physical characteristics and start to develop technical skill and tactical capabilities if that's what their sport demands. And so I think if we could get parents and coaches to stop thinking about talent in that sort of fixed way, but in terms of this is where the person is really thriving and flourishing at this point in time, here's how we add on skills so that at future points in time, they're able to take advantage of the current advantage they might have over their peers. And it becomes this sort of additive or even multiplicative sort of approach to athlete development instead of a linear one.
So from a simplistic point of view, it's just you've got a talented, or you believe that this child is in front of you as talented. Don't allow that language or the concept of them being talented to just see that it's going to put them through the next few years. Actually start to challenge that person individually, add on layer skills so that you know that they're progressing, rather than ultimately waiting for everyone to catch up to their level and then bang, they're hit with a crossroad where everyone maybe starts to overtake them. They haven't learned the skills, they've got to catch up, things like that.
Yeah, exactly. And I remember I spent a week at St. George's Park a few years ago and was talking to one of the development coaches there, and he was saying, our biggest challenge is we bring in a junior national team of boys, and they get the Team GB kit and they think they've got it made, and they stop striving. And so we don't know whether our talent identification is incorrect and inaccurate, or we've just created a system where we've undermined the processes that are needed to make it to the next level. And I think we still don't know the answer to that question. We know that our predictions are not accurate, but is that because of what happened before, or is that because of the way we treat them after? And we don't really know the answer to that question.
If you've enjoyed that clip, then you might enjoy the full unedited version of this episode. All you got to do is click right here. Go on. Go.